Pokémon måste fånga fler. Åh min bästa vän, vi räddar världen om igen. Pokémon. What's the matter there, Fernando? Have you never sung Pokemon in Swedish before? My God, Fernando, you have to come over to my place. We can watch Pokemon in Swedish together. Isn't that an amazing little Friday evening? Fernando? Anyway, good evening, laddies, lasses, and lassos. Welcome to the click. You smell absolutely astounding today. And don't let anyone else tell you otherwise. I am very excited to bring you here today because I have prepared a glorious piece of content for you. I have prepared a bingo card. Not how girls work bingo. Woo! And I even made it in dark mode because I am a very hip Zoomer-esque person, even though I'm not. Anyway, let's go through it together, shall we? To take a look at what we can expect today from our /NotHowGirlsWork bingo. A man wrote this. Pretty classic, you know, when you see rage bait text or like some weird fantasy fanfic kind of writing thing, and it's so obvious it's not a woman who made it. Victim blaming, can't have a bingo without victim blaming, isn't that wholesome and sweet? Made up stats. Did you know that 78% of stats are made up? So anyway, bad anatomy, can't have this without bad anatomy. We have Twitter alpha males, fake naughty facts. I made this up to get mad about. You know when people have a shower argument with themselves, but then for some reason decide to make like a Wojak meme of it? Yeah, this is that. No means blank. Insert something that isn't no, apparently. Something, kids and family, because that... very nice. What the frick? Kind of like a free square, isn't it? Barely literate, which is very funny because I misspelled it the first time I made this bingo card. Let's see if there are any misspellings in here. We will see. I can tell you're gay. There's some wild theories about how you can tell a woman is gay, and none of them are correct, and there are plenty of them in these kind of videos. We have our beautiful little emoji square. Can't have a bingo without that one. Period. Question mark. Periods are a very mysterious thing. Apparently, it's like one of the great mysteries of the universe. Bad analogies, salute logic, purity stuff, endorsing abuse, gatekeeping, down bad, pickup artistry, age stuff, which is always a treat, slut shaming, pointless gender war, and actually wholesome. Sparkles! I am looking forward to see if we actually get an actually wholesome. It's gonna be so good. So sit back, relax, grab yourself a snack, and come along on this bingo-esque journey with me. Enjoy. Mwah. Ah, we got some pictures of dresses. On behalf of all men, we hate this. Why do you do the hate with like the little hate? Okay. It's so nice of straight men to let lesbians have all the hot women. Wait, what is this argument about? It's about the little bump with dresses. Why do you spell it like hate? Do I even have anything on the bingo card that would do? I would just put it on the emoji, I think. It's just like, what? Is this something people argue about? Man, people have way too little problems. My 29M GF33F of 1 year broke up with me over her own misunderstandings of the naughty stuff. Let's see how accurate that is. A few weeks ago, I came to my GF and asked straight up, would you never want to have naughties? Is it because you're busy? Does it not feel good? Is there anything I can do to help? She says back that she doesn't like my style. Asking more specifically what the problem is, she finally tells me it's because I prefer the stuff when things go inside of other things, but she wants me to not do that but do other things that involve other parts of your body. Really, we're skirting around the demonetization, aren't we? I say, okay, sure, we can do that sometime if it makes her happy. But the fact that she doesn't from regular seems like a problem. I encouraged her to go to the doctor, and she called me a misogynist, which she's never done before, and it made me really angry. So I called her a birch. And she stormed out the door. Man, what a... Okay. She slept on the couch for 2 days and just wouldn't go near me. Finally, she comes to me and says, you haven't been listening to my own feelings, and that's hurtful. There is nothing wrong with not enjoying this sort of stuff. It's a personal choice. I told her she really needs to get herself checked. But my bro, preferences are absolutely fine. If she's telling you that she struggles to reach the zenith of experience from one particular course of action, you can improvise and you can compromise and you can do things together and figure out what works best for the both of you. This just seems very stonewally for no reason and insisting it's like a medical issue. This is not a medical issue. It's just a preference. I told her she really needs to get herself checked just to make sure there's nothing wrong. Perhaps some underlying disorder that's preventing her from enjoying naughties. Ah, yes, indeed. It can't possibly be me not listening to my partner at all. She must be completely broken. Oh, yes, indeed, Mr. Doctor. Can you please fix her so she actually enjoys being with me? It could also be psychological. You see, we have two pieces of the armchair. One piece of it, can I bring this up? No, one piece of it is psychological armchairing, and the other one is doctor armchairing. You have both for a reason. It could also be psychological, like she needs to open her mind to the possibility of enjoyment. Anyway, she broke up with me for this. You know, all this stuff, and I would listen to my partner. I insist she's broken. Anyway, she broke up with me for some reason. I don't freaking know, man. Anyway, she broke up with me just for this, saying that I was calling her crazy. Well, not sure what I could have done there. I tried to help her and she just freaked out on me. Sometimes you can't win with women. I mean, you started off by calling her a birch when she raised her concerns. You don't want to try different things or meet her halfway. You don't really listen to what she has to say, and if something isn't to your specific liking, it's because she has an underlying medical issue. Both psychological and physically. Yeah, no, I can see why she's looking for stuff elsewhere, yeah? Nothing turns me on more than having to ask my partner to consider my naughties every time we have naughties. Have you considered that you're mentally broken? This dude. But don't threat people at home. We have something just for this. A bingo card, yes indeed. Nothing gets the bodily stuff flowing quite like a bingo card. Anyway, let's see, what do we have here? It's kind of like Bad Anatomy. What the frick? And let's see now, what can we have here? Honestly, I would probably put this under fake naughty facts. It's kind of accurate. He's just making stuff up about his partner to justify why she likes something different than he does. It's not that people have preferences, it's that everyone that doesn't like what I do is broken. Breaking news! The average woman has had naughties with over 1,000 different men before she reaches the age of 30. Oh my god! Wait a second, how does the math actually math? Because if the average woman, it's the average, mind you, would do it with 1,000 dudes, where do all the dudes come from? Why isn't the average dude doing it with 1,000 women too? Or are they insisting it's so like ridiculously skewed that the average dude still has it with 0 just because like there are 5 dudes in the world that do it with 1,000,000 women, and then every woman does it with 1,000 dudes, there's 1,000. Is that the logic here? Oh my god! Let's see, let me do a bit of calc here on this one. Let's see, 12 times 365 divided by 1,000 is at 4.38. So, to achieve this, the average woman, average mind you, needs to do the deed with a new man every 4 days. From the day she turns 18 to the day she turns 30. So it's not even like in a relationship, like having intimacy on a regular basis. It's a new person every 4 days. That is exhausting. Oh my god, no. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna put this under. Oh, we already have this one. Fake naughty fact. Okay, it's definitely under fake naughty facts, isn't it? I'm gonna also pop this one under sleuth logic, because it's some kind of weird underlying rage baity fanfic stuff going on. I don't know, man. I hope this article is like some onion stuff, because fam. When Encanto came out, I immediately disliked it because the characters were fugly. I am pretty sure every little girl thought the same. Don't believe me? Ask a little girl if she wants to be compared to Princess Jasmine or the fat Encanto character. Even if a girl in reality does look like that character, the last thing she wants is to be reminded about it. Wait, what? Wait, so the takeaway here is that we can never have realistic-esque characters because people are so ugly and miserable that if they see someone relatable, they're gonna be reminded of how ugly they are. Oh, but the implications of this tweet is so juicy. And when I say juicy, I mean like that, you know, liquid stuff that gathers on the bottom of a trash can. Oh my god. Do we have it? I'm gonna put this under what the frick? God, I'm losing. I can't even. I'm sweating, and we're like 10 minutes into the video. 90% of countries in the world have the age of consent at age 16. It is only the US, England, and South Korea that have it at 18. A girl usually starts menstruating at the age of 12 to 14. And their boobs begins to plump and us releasing eggs. Why are you talking about kids? Okay, oh my god. Her body is ready to become preggo. You see, just because something is biologically possible doesn't mean it's good. I wouldn't make the argument that boys are like ready to be good, mature parents from the moment they like hit puberty and start being able to like do that kind of stuff. You know, there's a vast difference. Nature isn't like inherently good or correct. You know, society is at a point where we don't have to deal with all the BS of nature. Cancer is natural, for God's sake. It is only in the Anglosphere that we've infantilized girls that have reached menstruation. We're infantilizing 12-year-olds. In reference to, like, adult stuff. Great. Okay, thank you for that argument. Throughout all of human history, a girl was considered a fully sexually, that's a word apparently, mature woman by age 16. This goes for men too. A boy was considered an adult by age 12. He had adult responsibilities. Yeah, but they also, like, didn't go to school and stuff, you know, fam. It was different times. And maybe they have changed for the better. No? Like people used to die in the coal mines, for God's sake. It was treated by the law as though he was a fully grown man, but now a male is not considered a grown man until he's 30. Okay, I mean, apart from the fact that the legal age is 18, then the US can be like a little bit like, you know, alcohol when you're 21, right? That's the one, which I've always found a bit weird. Here it's alcohol at 18, and then you can buy alcohol from the liquor store when you're 20. So, I mean, different times come at slightly different times, I suppose. But I'm gonna put this one under barely literate, because goddamn, if you can't even spell the word naughty, you shouldn't be talking about this kind of stuff, man. What the heck? And before people in the comments are like, but Click maybe don't speak English as your first language. Neither do I, and I'm dyslexic as hell. This is a no-go, fam. If someone writes this kind of stuff, I'm gonna shame them for their grammar. Failures of feminism. I don't need a man, you see, and she has a man-shaped lump of cats glued together in her bed. Oh my god, disgusting. People having pets. Females realize themselves only through us, I guess it tries to say. They literally depend on our simple presence in their life. Ultimate proof of it is exactly their negation of it. Ultimate proof of it is exactly their negation of it. Does that even mean anything? This just sounds like padding in like a high school essay. Females always say opposite. What are you even talking about? Well, just to begin, we're gonna put congrats. I'm so glad I had this square. There's like a Venn diagram between the literacy and these kind of opinions, isn't it? Dear God. This is me, and I am a dude. 2 dogs and a cat. I promise you, I am at peace. Oh my god, we have some good comments in here. Facebook has slightly restored my faith in humanity. Ain't no room for a man in that bed. This is adorable. That has more likes than the other one. Okay, you know what? Okay, you know what? I'm gonna pop these ones under actually wholesome. I was gonna scroll these comments, and I thought they were all gonna be garbage, but I was actually pleasantly surprised. There are some normal people, even on alpha male Facebook comments. I'm guessing it's because the post was like a little bit outside of their typical demographic, which is great. Actually, I put this not as compensating for the lack of a man, but compensating for the lack of a child. A lot of people have a desire to raise and nurture a child, but due to a variety of factors, they opt for something easier than a human child. Particularly cats are chosen because they are seen as independent and easy to care for. They actually aren't, but also people who hoard cats tend to be, I'm not sure what the... Okay. Well, there is a slight point to it, I suppose. Kids are expensive. It's a very big commitment, so if you want to have something in your house, for example, to make it feel less empty, pets are a pretty good option. And also houses nowadays are ridiculously expensive if you want to have like more room for a family and that kind of stuff. So like half a gold star for like acknowledging some economic factors and stuff that has changed throughout the generations, but I don't want to read the rest of this comment because I'm suspecting it goes in a really, really wild direction. So I told my boyfriend I was having my period, and he said, "Again? You know what? You're right. I'm going to cancel that monthly subscription." It's so easy, isn't it? And it's cheaper too, because you cancel the subscription. You know what that means? Boom! Period, question mark. Yes, indeed. We have period science here today on the channel. Now I can mark this video as educational. I have actually played Bad Company. I think anyway. All those types of game morph into one for me, if I'm honest. But you still buy every Lego game because that's different from the last one. Hey, that's different, XD. Can I ask you something? Yeah. Why don't you want to be more than friends? I would just like a reason, so maybe I could improve myself for the next girl. It's not about improvement. It's about meeting someone who likes you.
So nothing I do would make me good enough for you?
I don't want you to do anything. I don't expect you to.
I want to know where I can get better.
It depends on the person. Some girl wants a guy with a short hair, but then if you get a haircut, you're less attractive to the girls who like long hair. What I'm trying to say is we aren't a hive mind. We aren't the Borg with a long list of things that we like and don't like. It depends on the individual. The best version of you is just right now for the right person, and some girls will never find you attractive, but that's okay.
Like you?
Don't make this about me.
How would you change me to be your perfect guy?
I don't have a perfect guy.
Stop dodging questions!
I don't have a perfect guy. Do I need to repeat myself again? Unless you want me to list generic things like kind, not an aggressive asshole.
Oh, you think I'm aggressive, basically?
Well, you do have punch holes in your door.
A lot of guys do.
I mean, okay, that's where the bar is, I guess. So was this helpful for you?
So tell me why you don't want to go on a date. Not even one, then decide after.
Because when I look at you, I don't feel anything. I don't find you personally attractive in any way, even a little. You don't do anything me physically either. Not only that, you're the type of guy I'm afraid to say no to. All of these things add up to someone I would not want to be romantic with in any sort of way. I am not being harsh, I am being honest with you.
I am not gonna change just for you,
But that's what she said, though. She already said that you shouldn't. You should find someone that matches your god. Oh my god, it's like teaching a monkey mathematics. I don't want you to.
I can find someone better. Good! I want you to! Last chance before I go. Goodbye! And good luck. Salute!
Nothing like parting on good terms. Yes, indeed. Hey there, I'm asking for constructive input and being really pushy about it to the point the person is just 100% blunt, but still pleasant about it.
You ended up by calling them a salute.
And also backpedaling. I'm not gonna change it. That was the point. That's what they told you. You shouldn't change for someone. At least change who you are. You can always improve who you are, right? And any relationship usually comes with a bit of compromise, or at the very least you have to put time into it that maybe you would put somewhere else if you were single. That goes with just being an adult and spending time with people where both people have to be in on spending time with each other. But this is pretty wild, and if you're on a dating app telling people you just randomly punch holes in your walls, that doesn't make people feel safe or welcome. My God. I think a very good takeaway when it comes to dating and stuff in general is that you have to work on yourself before you can be happy in a relationship. A relationship isn't going to magically fill a hole or fix something you're already struggling with. You can get support for things if you're in a relationship or from close friends and family and that kind of stuff, but you shouldn't try to fix something with a relationship. You need to be stable enough first before you jump into bigger things that involve more people. This goes for relationship or starting families or what have you. Alright, ladies and gents, we do have a bingo card for these exact situations. I'm not really sure what would fit here, honestly. It's not like any anatomy or anything like that. I mean, it's sort of down bad. I would put it under down bad, not really for the typical reasons like when people just send DMs and they're overly in the mood for naughties and just go way too far, way too fast, but it's kind of like that, but in a very negative way. It's very weird and uncomfortable.
I repeat this again, shocked emoji. Wearing an ankle chain is a sign of a lesbian or prostitute. Look at this shocked emoji in flames. Look at that if you have this little ankle thing. It's right there. It's so clear. This is science.
Anyway, speaking of science, I have a bingo card for this exact thing. I can tell that you're gay. I knew I put it there. For a reason. I've had that happen in videos before where I didn't have the square when it's stuff like, if a girl wears a backpack, then she's probably gay. You know, stuff like that. I knew it was gonna show up. I'm so proud of myself. I'm like the modern meme bingo version of Nostradamus. Hell yeah. A woman in my office is going through a breakup, and the work guys chat was trying to think of something nice to do for her. And one of the guys very sincerely said, women like mac and cheese, right? Maybe we can do something with that? He's right though. This is the only version of boys will be boys that I'll accept. That is so wholesome and sweet though. It's kind of the same feeling as when your puppy knows that you're sad and comes to cheer you up and like boop you with his nose and stuff like that. It's the same kind of feeling. Encourage puppy-esque behavior in offices. That sounds really weird out of context, doesn't it? But you know what I mean, don't you? Yeah. Every girl on Tinder
must be over 6 foot, drive, be athletic, and a 6-figure salary. Not here often, message me on Instagram.
All her pictures are group photos. 87% chance it's the fat one. definitely into BDSM.
Buy my premium Snapchat, not here for hookups.
But will send nudes after 20 minutes. Just a dude with a gender bender filter. Probably reads a book and likes art. That's it. That's her personality. I mean, at least she isn't posting cringe, right? Some stupid heckin' Snapchat filter in every picture, and her bio probably says family first. Okay, it's been a few years since I've been on any kind of dating app, but but the stupid dog filters and stuff, I'll agree on that one. That one sucks. I think where like posts like this sort of miss the mark is the fact that you probably have encountered people like this if you've ever done online dating. I relate to a lot of these ones, like the random spam accounts that are just there for marketing purposes, or the like weird filters, or the catfishing or stuff like that. Stuff like this is things you encounter when you do online dating. Online dating is a very frustrating place for most people for different reasons. But the conclusion is like odd because it's trying to like blame women as a group for like, hey, online dating attracts weird stuff like spam accounts, bots, and people trying to market their social medias instead of what the purpose is actually for, is it wastes your time. But it's a weird way to put the blame on it. Like, I get, sex bots that spam my YouTube comments right when I release a new video, and I have to sit and, like, block accounts for the first 15 minutes every time I release a video, because YouTube doesn't really do anything about it. Does this mean that I'm, like, blaming women because there's a pair of hodonkama dorkers in the profile picture of the bot? No, of course not. It's a problem with YouTube and their lack of moderation when it comes to this stuff. And I would argue the same thing goes for these kind of dating apps. They just attract things that aren't particularly fun to deal with if you're genuinely there for dating. This isn't, like, a gender war issue. It's just platforms being very silly. If she breaks up with and dies, she's taking at least 4 PPs this month. What is like Vittu and dice? Her here. Okay, I have something for this. I'm starting to feel a bit bad that I had this on the card, because maybe people are like genuinely struggling with it. Maybe they're like super dyslexic like I am. But use a spell checker for God's sake. If you're gonna have really strong opinions about stuff, I mean, Jesus God, no. Oh my God. Okay, one thing about like language policing and grammar and that kind of stuff, it's usually kind of like nitpicky and stupid, but in certain cases I feel it's justified. And this is one of them.
Did you mean you are a lesbian?
What's okay. That's a nice spelling.
Yes.
Let me see your butt if that is true.
What the actual frick, dude?
I just want to see it, and I'll believe you, okay?
Why does that prove anything? And why do I have to prove anything to you in the first place?
You see, lesbians don't ask questions like this. They just do it for you to know that they are real, okay? You are not one. Stop acting strange. You see, I'm not the one acting strange, asking people for butt pictures to prove their sexuality to me. You're the weird one for not sending me butt pictures, because everyone knows that if you actually were lesbian, you would just as spontaneously send me a butt picture, because I know so many lesbians. Okay, anyway, so I'm gonna put that on the bingo card. I can count that you're gay. God, this is so stupid. How would it even prove anything? The first point is very valid. Why would you even need to prove it? It's a really weird thing to insist on. But how would it even work? I'm intrigued to see the expansion of, like, the scientific logic behind this, because I don't think there is any, and that always makes it incredibly funny. That's what friends are for. Ha 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 ha. Friendship between women. A woman doesn't come home one night. The next day, she tells her husband she had slept over at a girlfriend's house. The husband calls his wife's 10 best friends. None of them know anything about it. Friendship between men. A man doesn't come home one night. The next day he tells his wife he had slept over at a friend's house. The wife calls her husband's 10 best friends. 8 of them confirm he had slept over, and 2 claim that he's still there. You see, it's funny, because everyone is cheating. And that's great. Yippee.
Lesbians! We're lesbians! Bikini tops and hand-holding. Girls kissing girls, not kissing you. Lesbians!
Hello, I am very rich.
Bisexuals!
Very is a very odd first name. But anyway, yeah, that's... Okay, wait a second. Wait, I have something on the bingo card for this. Oh, I'm so happy that this post reminded me. Let's see. Yes, I have this one. I made this up to get mad about. I knew I put this on the card for a reason. Look, fam. We all have, like, shower arguments where we, like, revisit arguments from the past, for example. Or, you had this annoying Karen client at work, and, like, 2 years later in the shower, you'll think of, like, the snazzy comeback you should have told him in the moment. We all do that, right? But I don't think we turn it into, like, rage bait comics online to be like, haha, I won the argument I made up. Convenient how that works.
Top 10 reasons why men prefer guns. Number 10, you can trade an old 44 for a new 22.
Oh, so it's like a list, and everything is kind of like an innuendo for a woman, if you will. Okay, I see where this is going.
Number 9, you can have one gun for home and another gun for the road. Yeah, like when you go to Walmart and stuff and just have to shoot your way through the line. Yeehaw. 8, a friend will let you try out his gun if you asked him.
I think this guy is just like Polly in the closet. Am I the only one who gets that vibe?
7, your primary gun doesn't care if you keep another gun on its side.
They're all just looking for a poly relationship, although I'm not sure if they would be fine with their partner also being poly. Maybe that's where it like goes a bit astray.
Number 6, a gun will not leave you if you run out of ammo.
Wait, what was oh, it's like a money thing. Is it a money? I thought of something completely different when it's like out of ammo with a gun with the whole innuendo. I thought of something completely different.
Number 5, a gun doesn't need a walk-in closet.
Now we're getting really specific. I mean, a gun, at least where I come from, needs pretty heavy regulations where it comes to gun lockers. I'm not sure how it works everywhere in the US, but at least in Sweden, if you want, for example, a hunting rifle, it's very strict that you always have to have it locked up. You can't, like, be away for very long without, like, leaving it there with anyone overseeing it. And you need to have special safety boxes for it that are locked and, like, drilled into the floor and that kind of stuff. So I don't know, man. They kind of do, though. A gun kind of need a walk-in closet.
Number 4, a gun will function normally each and every day of the month.
Except when they jam, I guess.
Number 3, a gun doesn't ask, does this holster make me look fat?
Guns don't normally speak. What is this list?
Number 2, a gun doesn't care if you fall asleep after you use it.
You just spontaneously fall asleep on, like, the shooting range? That is really concerning.
Number 1, you can buy a silencer for a gun.
Okay. Like the first one is just, oh my god, we have a creepy aging on the first one.
Trade an old 44 for a fresh 22.
We have a bit of age stuff. Hell yeah, we have age stuff, and also the most beautiful one. Wait, I have it somewhere. Hold on. Where did it go? Bad analogy. Boom. Yes, indeed. What are women like today? Oh my god, we have a bingo! It gave us the first bingo. Booyah, baby! We have barely literate, I can tell you're gay, emoji, period, question mark, and bad analogy. I'm so happy. If we get some Twitter alpha male going, and a man wrote this, we have 2 more bingos. This is going so well. Man, I love winning games that I made for myself. You should try it more often. Like, half of this list just gave me poly vibes, but then the other half is just absolutely unhinged, and some of it really concerning regarding, like, your own health. You should check that out. Damn. I love you. You're a birch. I love you, and I love you. Birch? Theory confirmed. No matter how many times you say I love you to a woman, she will always see the bad things. Why do you capitalize the first letter of every single word? I mean, I think that's just normal for humans, though. If you had a coworker you said good morning to every day, and then one day you would randomly tell them to throw themselves in a ditch, they would probably, like, emphasize the ditch throwing a bit more than just the good morning stuff. I think this is how it goes now.
Steve is upset that I said something mean to him, but I've told him good morning 5 times this week. Does that mean nothing?
Says the person who's apparently never met a human before. What? If she uses these, she's a hoe. Like a towel, okay. If she uses these, she's a wife.
Oh, that's how it goes. This is an accurate science. Yes, indeed. I have a degree in bathroom random item correlation with wifey materials. Trust me. Women can't use towels. Okay, that's...
What about a boy like me? Lol, my dude, I basically just told you I like girls. You can't say that if never tried boys. emoji. That's like saying you can't say you're straight if you haven't tried the same gender. It's different with boys, plus girls are bi usually.
Ah, yes, indeed. Where did I find this fine stat, you might ask? Oh, I made it the fuck up.
Let's see, do we have anything on Bungo for this? I'm just gonna put it in this one because it's just kind of funny. It's like, how can you know you don't like men if you don't sleep with them on the reg? And it's like, but why? How do you know that you don't like men if you don't sleep with them? It doesn't work like that. You would understand if you were not a woman. This guy, probably. My water broke! Put makeup on and go! Get to the hospital now! Install this woman simulator game! What do you do when your water breaks? Do you go to the hospital or do you put on makeup first? Yes, indeed. Let me know in the comments, fellow whammon trademark. What would you do? I swear to God, the mobile game industry always keeps surprising me, but it's like in a bad way. You know when you think you're at rock bottom? You know, you reach bedrock in Minecraft, and you're like, oh, this is the end of the world. But then you have a pickaxe that can just magically mine through bedrock. You know, that's the feeling I have with these ads. Somehow, they just dig right past it. How men do shopping. Start and zip, zip, and finish. How women do shopping. Finish. You see, I made this meme. Who actually makes this? Someone actually sat down in like Paint or something, grabbed a blueprint from some random store, and just went with a little pencil tool like, that's so whammon, am I right? Seeks attention, avoids attention. Wait a second, okay, let's zoom in here and analyze it. So the first picture, she's sitting with her feet on the ground, and she has like really high heel shoes. I'm gonna be honest, I've never actually seen shoes like that IRL. And then on the second picture, she's like cozying up in a chair, and she has regular sneakers. Is this about the shoes, or is it about like how she's sitting? I don't even know, man. What are we supposed to look at?
POV, you told a woman she's less likely to be R-worded if she actually wore something that covered her body.
And then it's like the chin filter. Wow, what a classy post. I mean, the chin filter does give me a slight satire vibe, but I'm not sure if I'm confident enough in that statement to say for sure. This is a pretty bad thing to post, fam. Jesus Christ. But actually, I did find a pretty perfect thing for this kind of post, because I did suspect we would find something similar to this in this video, and the other day I encountered this one. This is not a clothing store. These clothes were worn by victims of the R-word. These are kept in an exhibition to show that dress is not a reason for doing this kind of thing. So this is an exhibition of clothes that were actually worn by victims. So I think it's pretty like, it makes you feel something that is kind of unpleasant, but I think it's a very beautiful exhibition because it just so beautifully shows that people like this don't actually know what they're talking about, and trying to switch the narrative, even if it was the case, you know, even if this exhibition would have been full of, I don't know, bikinis and short skirts, it still wouldn't make it okay. It's absolutely ridiculous. Like, oh, why did you get robbed? Have you thought about, like, that you shouldn't have had money? Is that... what? But we are very lucky indeed today. Yes, we are lucky we have victim blaming. Oh, yes, indeed. You know that when you make a cringe TikTok and end up on a bingo card, you have... you really done it. What women really keep inside their purse. Club Penguin membership, Sphere collection, Thulium element, the great state of Colorado, Constitution of Botswana, Clue, the classic mystery game Big Bang Theory, another bag, guitar picks, Lego Indiana Jones, Jones? Or is it spelled Johns on purpose? 1936 curling rock, rubber ducky remote explosive, the object, HP sauce. You know what? Out of all the posts I've seen here today, I would say this one is probably quite accurate. Yeah, this is the feeling I have at least when like a whammon trademark tells me to be like, hey honey, can you take a look at my purse? And it's like, oh my god, how do you find... No, it's like if you take a left by the corridor here, and then you go for the right, go through the two doors, enter the code. That's kind of what it feels like. Hell yeah. Man, having a little purse would be nice. I have that sometimes when I go jogging. It's like one of those little fanny pack things I have over a shoulder. It's basically a handbag, but for like workouts. It's really handy. I remember the engineers trying to decide how many tampons should fly on a 1-week flight. They asked, is 100 the right number? No, that would not be the right number. Sally Ride, the first American woman to go into space.
Oh, that's so funny. like, I can just see the meeting where we're sitting there looking at each other like this, like, no one knows anything. Everyone's just looking to the side like, but 100? That's so funny though. I mean, kudos for like bringing it up though, and like acknowledging and trying to be supportive about it, that kind of stuff, even if they kind of whiffed numbers and stuff. That's pretty cute. Ooh, I would kind of put this under like here, under period question mark, because it's mystery. Mystery of the universe, speaking about going into space. Heck yeah. Picture of girl. Girl dyed her hair red. You know what that means? She's looking for a mate? No, bro. She likes red hair? She's depressed. She's going through a bad breakup. You got all that from red hair or she's suffering from emotional trauma. Yeah, don't you know anything about women? This is the kind of conversation you have with your friends when you're like 14 and you try to be confident regarding stuff that you obviously know jack shit about. Oh, that's so beautiful. That made me feel young in a really weird way. Oh, can we like pop this under bad anatomy? Women hair color is a signal of mental states or events in their current life. It could also mean trauma, apparently. Get a lot out of just hair color, don't we? This is like the next step of those people that overanalyze body language. But now it's just hair dye. Damn. So how does it correlate with like a lighter red or a darker red? How does that signal the thing? Let me know in the comments. I would love to do a statistical analysis on this. Girls with Reddit, look at that. It's pictures of cookies or something. And then we have boys with Reddit, and it's a Minecraft skeleton with a trumpet. What? Frick a real woman. Give me a soldier. And then there's this picture of this woman and in uniform. Isn't this literally the same person? Isn't this literally... What is this person like? Frick a real woman, give me a soldier. What? I don't understand what the argument is, but like the photo shoot is pretty lit. What? Do you have a lot of male friends? I have some. I keep more women around me. My friends are like 70% female and maybe 30% male. Why do you ask? Because I have to be the only alpha to be with me like that. You can't have male friends. But if you're the alpha and she literally can't have any male friends because you're afraid they would be the alpha instead, that doesn't sound very alpha, even if you want to apply your own like alpha logic to this. Fam. Oh, okay, then we won't work. Good luck. You're gonna miss out on a lot of men, because no man's gonna put up with women with male friends. You have to learn how to let them go. Get some help. You're not allowed to have friends. You're gonna miss out on so many amazing dating opportunities. You know, all those great partners that want to isolate you from other people. Anyway, let's the Twitter Alpha Male. I'll put this under. We have a bingo. We have a bingo! We have Twitter Alpha Male, we have What the Frick, we have Bad Analogy, Down Bad, and Actually Wholesome, Sparkles! This sort of, like, vaguely goes into this square as well, like endorsing abusive behaviors, because essentially what this is saying is that you should try to isolate your partner as much as possible, and they're missing out, and you're trying to give them some FOMO stuff for missing out on this amazing experience. I'm not gonna cross it in because it's a little bit of a leap, but that's basically what it's implying, which is really yikes. Wife remarries her husband as she falls in love with him again after losing her memory. I am still worthy. Of course she will stay in love with him. Women fall in love once in a lifetime, unlike men who will fall in... Did this person just call men sleuths? Wow. You know what? It's a little bit of a twist. I'm gonna put this one on the sleuthing shaming. Hell yeah, how dare you fall in love more than once? Disgusting. That's a really wholesome article though. You know what? So we don't miss out on an opportunity. I'm gonna pop this one under Actually Wholesome as well. We have 2 stamps under Actually Wholesome. Man, what a pickup. I have a new found hope for humanity, and all it took was bingo. Doesn't matter. A young guy texting while driving still drives better than women fully focused when driving. I'm just put this on like made up stats or something. That's wild. What's your source for this? I literally pulled it out of my butt. What's that? It's a pile of poo? No, trust me, just because it came out of my butt doesn't mean that it's poo. Texting while driving still drives better than fully... I don't understand. Has this guy been lectured for texting while driving, which is a pretty bad thing to do, but they're trying to twist it with some weird sexism stuff? What's the point of this comic? Did the person who wrote this even have a driver's license?
Boy. Boy. Noun. A noise with dirt and grass stains on it. What? Girl. Gurl. Noun. A giggle wrapped in sunshine and glitter. Is this like the equivalent of live, laugh, love signs, but for kids? And you like want to make a big deal out of like the gurl and boy? What is this?
Females will stop for Starbucks, but not for gas. You see, it's so typical. They try to fill the car with coffee or something. Silly whammons.
Should mothers have careers? I recognize this handwriting. Has this person posted multiple notebooks of these like weird made-up arguments that they try to win themselves? Oh my god. Away from home hours every day or home all day long. Okay? Children with others, children with her. Comes home exhausted, rests while her children nap. Dinner is usually fast food or microwaved. Dinner is from scratch, nutritious and delicious. Reads a book to children before bed. Reads to children, plays games, disciplines teachers about Jesus all day long. Oh no, they discipline, teaches about Jesus all day. I thought the argument was they go to school and they harass some poor teacher about Jesus. It's still a very, very odd list, isn't it? Weekends equals cleaning, house and shopping. Weekends at beach/park. Okay, I think most adults kind of do both though. Too tired for intimacy with husband. Intimate with husband frequently. Her life is falling apart. She doesn't feel like she's a good wife or mother. Her life is fulfilling. Her husband and children rise up and call her blessed. Well, you know, if housing prices and stuff didn't look the way they do and wages and all that kind of stuff and cost of living, I suppose it would be more feasible to have one breadwinner in a family and divide tasks accordingly depending on who makes more money per hour and that kind of stuff. But for most people, that is probably not a feasible thing, I would guess, with how it looks for our generation. So I don't know, this is a weird list with only considering that. But even with that, you should be able to decide. I know plenty of people that have kids and both parents are working and they're doing just fine. This obsession with some kind of 90s, 50s glorification is really odd.
Oh wait, I have a bingo for this. I have a bingo.
Something, kids and family, boom. I knew I put it on a bingo card for a reason.
Hell yeah. It's so satisfying when you write bingo cards like this and you realize that you just absolutely nailed it. How to train your girlfriend. Here you can see a vicious creature found in the wild called girlfriend, but you can easily calm it down with a chicken nugget. Yeet! You see? Yum, yum, yum. Okay, this is me though. This is literally me though. I get hangry sometimes and annoyed, and then I have food tossed my way, and I'm so happy. This is literally just me though. This feed your partners, okay? Feed your partners. They deserve food. A woman who has lost her shyness has already lost her soul. What does this even mean? I don't know, but I felt like being deep on Twitter today. Bro, my brother came home drunk, and he was telling me about his GF, and he said he pulls out, and I told him his GF can still get preggo, and he said, nuh-uh, she puts her tampon in and calls it the splooshy tampon. What? Is here fake? No, this no. Don't, no, it's bad. It's really, please, no. So he's 10 years old and his mom is still menstruating? What? Did she have him when she was 15? The math is really hard. Okay, let's see. What can we get to put it? I'm gonna put this under age stuff. And I'm also gonna put this in the period, question mark, because it is indeed a mystery of the universe, apparently. Wow, you know, what's the meaning of life? Does the universe have an end? What happened before the Big Bang? How do periods work? r/child-free. I suspect that postpartum depression is just a childlike woman's experience of being showered with attention for 9 months, then having to dote on a person who has stolen their spotlight. Then again, feel free to correct me. That last sentence. I just made this wild thing up out of nowhere. But feel free to correct me, I guess, because I'm so humble even though making stuff up for no reason. I have heard that women get a little loopy when the baby leaves their body. Why? What do you mean, why? I made this thing up. I've obviously never been in a parental situation or anything myself and know nothing about it and didn't even do a basic Google search, but I made this up. Why is this the way it is? Feel free to correct me if the thing I made up is wrong. One of my 6 boyfriends is talking with other girl. I've never done that again. girl logic. Wait, I have something for this. I made this up to get mad about. Booyah, baby. It's surprisingly common online nowadays. Surprisingly common.
Women are like bacon. We look good, smell good, taste good, and we will slowly kill you. Oh yes, indeed. I love my women like I like my bacon.
Crispy fried and cooked in their own lard. Oh, that took a turn, didn't it? And we will slowly kill you, Jesus Christ. Do people actually buy mugs like these? Like, really? It's like that old one, I like my women like I like my coffee. It's like one of those. It's exactly like one of those, but it's just bacon. Are you harassed? I suppose they meant to say were. Were you harassed and done bad things to by men more after getting plastic surgery? There's something about these sort of posts and grammar that just don't mesh. I normally wouldn't make a deal out of it, but I feel it's very justified to just smack it with everything, because they're so like... Oh wait, this is written by a woman. Hold on.
After my husband made me get implants and fat transfers to my butt, I have been groped half a dozen times and R-worded twice in the past 4 years. I used to think he was cruel for not letting me leave the house without him or a male relative to chaperone me. But now I understand. If I wasn't lied to by American feminism and obeyed my husband as God commands, I wouldn't be carrying a strange man's child.
We have a bingo card, just for the purpose of texts like this. Ooh, yes indeed, I smell a bingo. A man definitely wrote this, which means we also have a bingo. We all have a triple bingo. If I have a gatekeep and pickup artistry, this would have been a triple bingo. Wait, we have 3 bingos. Hold on, wait, I did shout that one out, didn't I? Yeah, okay, we have 3 bingos so far. 3 bingos. Hell yeah, it's hard to count to 3. I have seen many creative ways to indicate the men's and women's toilets, but this one left me speechless. Blah.
Blah 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 blah.
Okay. I'll give it half a star out of 5 for like creativity and design, but that's about it. r/periods. Male here. Period question. I think it's gross how young girls push out their periods and don't hold them and wait until they are older. They don't need to have periods yet. If there are 13, why can't they wait to have them until they're 18? Question mark? That's the question. That's the question. Why don't you just wait? You can just hold it in, just like you would hold in pee from the ages 13 to 18. It's so beautiful. A period question mark. This reminds me of that person that was just raging about women having periods on boats and being like, why do women choose to have period on boats? I just don't get it. Yeah, it's sad, isn't it? Wow.
Marry a boy who slaps you on your mistake and claps you on your success. Whee!
Well, that's right. Get yourself a man that conditions you with physical abuse to do things that he likes. Anyway, I have something for the bingo card for just this, endorsing abuse. Not a good meme. It's very nasty. Thank you. I've kinda learned or heard that women with bigger boobs tend to be more attracted to men, and women with smaller boobs tend to be attracted to other women. It's obviously not 100% accurate or anything, but it's a disclaimer, it's not 100%, but I found through science, and this one friend who's 15 that told me, I can tell you're gay. Thank you. Very accurate science.
Any woman that I want to marry must, first of all, stay with my mom for 6 months or a year so my mom can train her and let her know how to take care of me. Yes, indeed. What's that? Having an equal part or anything? No, I'm looking for a new mommy that can take care of me. Because I am a literal man-child and I am oddly publicly proud about it.
What would this even fall under? I'm just gonna put this under what the frick, man. What is this? Bruh. If she's gorgeous and single, just know she's an alcoholic, bro. Women can't be single without being alcoholics? What? Number 4, how much do you weigh? Female, 60 pounds or less? 60 pounds? Okay, 70 to 80 pounds, 90 to 100 pounds, 110 to 125 pounds, or obese. We go from 125 pounds to obese. That's quite the leap. I am not a lady, by the way. Okay, I actually punched this into BMI calculator. BMI is not a perfect measure for anything. It's like a very rough estimate over large populations, but you can easily summarize it as it's a 2D measurement for bodies that have way more than 2 variables. It's a very simplistic system and therefore not always accurate on an individual level. But just for fun, I punched this one into a BMI calculator. And to get to an obese weight, you would have to be 130 centimeters tall if you weigh 56 kilograms. That's the extreme you have to push it to. Meaning that this whole thing is like 60 pounds or less. 1 kilogram is 2.2 pounds, if I remember correctly. So this is less than 30 kilograms. Like the bottom option on this. What kind of quiz is this? This is insane. Coding girls PC, look at this with all the decorations. I'm gonna be honest, this feels more like a grandma PC. This is something I could see like an elderly relative decorate PCs with for sure. Yeah. Maybe it works like a dust filter, you know, for your PC. Or maybe it overheats. We'll see which one. Guys whose personality is being 6 feet tall. Girls! Ah yes, that accurate science of 10 profiles on Tinder that went viral. Yippee! Chat with Paul, Lenovo gaming laptop. Hi, I'm wondering if this is still available.
Sorry, this is a gaming laptop. I am not selling to women. It's not a sewing machine. Silly woman, she thought this gaming laptop was a sewing machine.
My good sir, I have a bingo just for you. Yes, indeed. Let's see where I have this one. Gatekeeping, badoing. Sadly, not quite a bingo yet, but we're getting very, very close.
r/shower thoughts. If women were able to control their emotions better, you probably wouldn't exist. Mind-blowing tag.
Are you saying that everyone is just an accident? Is that the logic here? That no woman ever makes a decision that, hey, we're settled down. This is a good time in life to have kids. No one does that? What? And I would also argue that emotions also doesn't necessarily mean impulsive. Usually what drives you to have kids is some kind of underlying emotion or willingness to create a family. You could argue that it's an emotion, but it's still something you very much plan for. I don't think conflating emotions with impulsivity is particularly accurate even in the first place. But yeah, this post is absolutely ridiculous. And the fact that they put it under the mind-blowing tag is even more of this is so mind-blowing. I just made up this fact that is a bit weird. Wow.
Fishing!
Wow. I have never seen anyone so pretty. You come here often?
Hang on a sec, just gonna take my dress off.
Okay.
And my hair extensions and makeup and nails and bras and torselets and my eyelashes all done.
Sorry, but I feel a little tricked here. You looked a lot hotter while fixed.
Yeah, I do. So do you wanna do me now?
Yes. Oh no. What is this? No. Don't worry, I fixed it.
Fishing!
Wow, I've never seen anyone so pretty. You come here often?
Hang on a sec, just gonna take my dress off and my hair extensions and makeup and nails and bras and torselet eyelashes. So do you wanna do me now?
Yes. Hell yeah. This is actually wholesome. Falling under actually wholesome. Oh yes, indeed, absolutely gorgeous. We have had 3 actually wholesomes in this. This is oh my god. This is mind-blowing if anything.
Mind-blowing tag.
Women age like milk, men age like wine. Life advice for women: you will look your best and be the most fertile between the ages 18 and 25. This is when you should find and marry the best possible man. After 25 it gets harder every year. Man, keep getting better every day.
If this guy thinks older men are so hot, then why doesn't he date them?
Indeed, good sir.
Touché.
Went out for a run, had my headphones on, focused, got catcalled by a man. I ignored his existence, as I do all men. He rabidly yelled,
"You frickin' birch!"
I didn't know he was yelling at me until I looked at scared passerbys' faces who were pointing behind me. This happened in broad daylight, on a public walkway. Children and families nearby. Women are not safe. I guess we never were.
Oh, that is so freaking awful. At least you didn't have to hear it yourself, like with the screaming and the earbuds, but people having such visceral reactions to this kind of stuff is really concerning. My god. How can I attract or pull girls like this in college or dating apps? And here's a TikTok of like a girl flexing in the gym. You have to be the type of person that's posting on Reddit trying to find out how to get money instead of how to be some birch that doesn't matter. Wait, what? Tell them. Literally money. That's all you need to get women. I don't know what these people making fizz videos or what the frick ever are on about. Pull up in a sports car and designer clothes and you will attract females. Are we having pickup artistry in Reddit comments? Oh, yes. The question is not how, it's are you sure you want to? You don't want a beautiful girl like that in your bed and arms? I don't want the headache of thinking she's my girl when her IG DMs are saying otherwise. What? Have any of these people ever gone outside? Anyone? I would rather find me an Asian chick or Polynesian chick with little to no social media presence. I appreciate peace beyond her likes to a recent post. I mean, having similar expectations as your partner when it comes to various things in life and good. That can include social media if it stretches that point. But this whole thing is just so made up, man. What is this? What? Real? Well, I don't mean her in particular. I just mean a girl like her. But I agree, girls with low social media presence is more ideal. Bruv, trust me when I say this. You will lose money chasing women, but you will never lose women chasing money. Won't you though? Won't you though? I can probably think of a few examples where people have worked too much or focused on the wrong things and relationships falls apart. That can absolutely happen. A tight butt might be accompanied with a psychotic personality. Find yourself a girl who is humble and doesn't need to show her butt to the world. What is this comment section on about, man? Get with a girl you like, then buy her yoga shorts. Save yourself the unnecessary drama. Yeah, but a girl I like would be like her, so how do I pull her? Shallowest mfur right over here, never getting any girl with this poo. The real question is, how can I be a guy whom this kind of girl would be interested in? Funny how they never ask this. This just gives me such odd vibes. It's just, you found a picture of some random good-looking person on a social media app and then go this route. I mean, if it's the gym culture you're interested in, and if you want to date someone who's very much into fitness, then go to fitness places. I'm not saying that people in gyms are typically looking to get picked up, you know, but going to places that work with fitness or events, for example, can very much be so. For example, marathons sometimes have a lot of social events around them, which is really fun. So going to big marathons when they have a bit of events, it's a bit of like a party vibe, that kind of thing, can be a great place to meet people that are also into fitness if that's where you're going. But this just sounds like someone who's kind of just drooling over someone on TikTok and just trying to like go the pickup artistry route instead of just taking an adult route where it's like, I want to meet a person interested in this and this. Where can I meet that? And how do I, become the interesting person for them? Because if you're also into fitness culture and go to these kind of events, for example, the likelihood of bumping into someone who's also looking for a partner with similar interest is pretty high. Anyway, I'll pop this one under just pick up trash. So a man wrote this: fake naughty facts, barely literate, sleut logic, and pickup artistry. Yippee! We got a bingo! Woo! Micro, mini, above knee, on knee, below knee, midi, T, maxi, and full. Anything after T is ho-ish. Anything after T? Oh no, she's showing off her ankles. The most naughty part of her body. Oh dear God. What year is it? 1750? God.
Meanings of skirt length. Micro, have no self-development and think that is only way to get a man. Mini, have no class. Above the knee, smexy and empowering. On the knee, schoolgirl. Below the knee, modest. Midi, extremely modest. Your potential in-laws will fall head over heels for you. Because of a choice in a skirt. G, all-time classic, elegant. Have you heard of Chanel vintage? You look rich.
These people have never introduced a partner to their parents, I swear to God.
Maxi, everyday wear, easy to walk around, can also be used in formal attire. Full equals formal wear, wedding dress length. Just stand there and look pretty. I will handle this, dear.
Oh no, this whole thing is like, this post is literally wearing a fedora. Not even the person writing it, like the post itself is wearing a fedora. Who has it easier in life? Let the war begin. Men or women? 88% say women have it easier in life. I have never liked stuff like this, honestly, because I feel the only thing it does is that it creates like a team feeling between genders, which is kind of a pointless thing, and it also very much just hides real issues. One thing I saw a lot, for example, when I had people I know going through, for example, breaking out of abusive situations where the gender roles were like the man was the one being abused, for example, a lot of people came out and be like, oh, this is not real, or the statistics overall look like that. Creating like teams about it is just bad for victims in general on both sides, because to a victim, it doesn't matter if you're part of a demographic that's more more likely for it or not. You're still a victim of a certain bad situation. Things like this doesn't help anyone. It literally like makes victims on both sides more invisible. And that's why I don't like these things. I hate it. But I guess it's good for rage bait engagement, right? Oh wait, I actually have bingo for this! Not rage bait specifically, but pointless gender wars. I know I put this in here for a reason. We have a double bingo. We almost have a full bingo card. This is so beautiful. My god, what an accomplishment.
When he's politically incorrect, humor is dark AF, fluent in sarcasm, gets your memes, is smart with a solid flirt-to-roast ratio, and then tying up the hair implying certain actions are afoot. Ooh, yes indeed, I'ma pop this on my little bingo card right under. A man wrote this. There's no way in hell a woman wrote this. There's no way in hell. Things every woman should do after marriage. Quit social media. 3 kids in 6 years. Learn to cook at least 6 different cuisines. Block every male friend. You see, it's this thing again. You can't have friends. What a boring life. Quit her job. Shouldn't go outside without her husband's permission. Yeah, but this is kind of this. I'm gonna pop this one under this. Because you're basically saying that they need to be isolated from everything and everyone and their support networks and everything. This is like really bad, man. When you notice, you start looking more like your man and find out a man's DNA stay in your body for 30 years.
Find out, meaning I read an Onion article on Twitter and thought it was real. Bad anatomy! Bad, so bad! Bad! Stop! God!
POV, you're pregnant and panicking about how painful labor is going to be, but then you learn about God's brilliant design for childbirth and realize your body was designed to block pain receptors during labor.
Oh, she's in for a surprise then. Wow, that is... What? Corporate job, kitchen, you are a girl! Is this satire, or did someone actually make this and be like, it's holding you back from your dream, girl? The kitchen. I mean, being a stay-at-home wife or husband is perfectly fine if that's what you want to do in the relationship, right? I think that's something most people agree on. You know, if you're happy in the relationship that you're in and you do the thing that works for both people and for the family or the partnership or whatever, that's perfectly fine. But these memes are so weird because they're always implying that, you know, something is the correct option for everyone, which is obviously not the case. Men impose unrealistic beauty standards on women. Men freak anything that moves. Heavy breathing. I don't have straw man on my bingo card. I knew I forgot something. I don't have a straw man. Damn it. Well, I made this up to get mad about it. It's sort of like a straw man, right? It's pretty close. It's pretty close, yeah. All right, let's check out the results of our beautiful bingo card, shall we? Look at this. We have 1 bingo, 2 bingo, 3 bingo, 4 bingo, 5 bingo. I missed the diagonal. We have 6. Is it 6 bingos? Wait, I have to count. 1, 2, 3. I can't count. I'm sorry, I can't count. Someone count for me. Thank you. But anyway, we got the diagonal that I'm sure I haven't shouted out. So isn't that absolutely beautiful? What do you think about the dark mode bingo? Let me know in the comments. And if you want to see more bingo episodes on the channel. Thank you all so much for showing up here today. You smell absolutely amazing, and I hope to see you in the very near future. Take care. Mwah.